What's up, guys? AW here, Aaron will order. Or Laying a Smackdown, whatever. Yeah, AW presents Laying a Smackdown. Laying a Smackdown. The wrestling channel. What's up, guys? I hope you're all doing good. We're going to try to get this done before Raw. Raw tonight. WWE Raw. That's the plan. Okay? Plan to end this before Raw. Before I do that, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, okay? I'm going to put this in that thing. So what are we going to talk about today? In about an hour and 15 minutes. What are we going to try to get done today? Well, we're going to go over NXT's Vengeance, review Vengeance, the latest NXT pay-per-view, premium live event. We're going to go over that. We're going to talk about, well, we finally got some confirmation on WrestleMania matches, who's going to be participating. Charlotte Flair and Jey Uso made their choices, so we're going to talk about that. Okay. Okay, we're going to talk about that for sure. He's coming off an injury and a down year, and it's not really valuing him at that point. He doesn't want to do a contract. Right? We're going to talk about AEW Grand Slam in Australia. Okay? That's in the works. We're going to talk about what happened at AEW Grand Slam in Australia. And we're going to talk stuff that did not happen in the circle. In that square ring. Like Vishal McCool is in the Hall of Fame. Is now joining. Is being inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame. We're gonna talk like that. We're gonna talk about that. Okay. I think that's important. We're gonna talk that. All right, and we're gonna talk some other wrestling related news. Then yeah. Right? So should we get into it, guys? NXT Vengeance, man. NXT Vengeance. Well, this show certainly has surprises. This show certainly surprised a lot of people. That was overall a decent, good show. NXT Vengeance. Few matches on the card took place, right? Of 5 or 6 matches. We'll go by one. We'll start off that. We got the Women's North American Championship match. I'm reviewing Grand Slam. Don't worry. We're gonna get the. So we're starting with the Women's North American Championship match with Stephanie Valkyrie versus taking on the North American Women's Champion Fallon Henley. I don't know what's Fallon Henley. Haley, whatever, of that group. I forgot what they're called, man. I'm blanking on the trio she's part of. But that's who she's taking on. Now, okay, I did not do a preview prediction show for this. But I think everybody knew that. Yeah, I think everybody suspected that Stephanie Valkyria was going to win this match, and that's what happened here. She won the match. Stephanie Valkyria won the match. Solid fashion. She was up against a bunch of obstacles with Fallen's comrades, JC Jane and JC Minx, whatever her name is. She definitely had Jurassic World Fallen Henry. Thank you, Degrassi. She definitely had an uphill battle, but Stephanie Valkyria is definitely the upper tier of the women's division. So pretty North American title, the women's on her. It's definitely the right move here. Solid match, I think. Then we got like the tag team match. I think it was like a triple threat tag team match. Axiom and Nathan Fraser taking on Brooks Jensen and that Japanese guy. I'm blanking on his name. I don't know the Japanese guy's name. And another team. And the story of this match really wasn't who's in it. It's really the result of this match. After like Nathan, the tag team champions retained Axiom and Nathan Fraser. They retained the title, okay, but some group, we don't know who they are or who they're being led by, but some group decimated the team. 4 guys in those bandanas, face mask bandanas, came in and just started buckshot, decimated all the participants in that triple threat tag team match. You don't really have a name yet. We don't know who they are, who they're led by, but it's kind of like it kind of reminds me. Oh my god, I hate to say this. It kind of reminds me of Retribution, but I don't want to bring my viewers bad memories of Retribution because that was a horrible group. Retribution was a really, really horrible group, terrible group. So I hope it's not the same here with this team. I really don't. Because I would feel bad. I might feel bad if it was. Just saying. All right. Let's move on. The third match was the Bull match. Trick Williams and Eddie Thorpe. I don't see why NXT is so hype about Eddie Thorpe. I don't know why they feel like he has something. To me, he's boring. That entrance is fucking ridiculous. The way he walks to the ring, that entrance, that's ridiculous. It's like he's trying to skate or skate walk. He's in the middle of skating and walking or rollerblading to the ring. It's really, really bad. I don't know. It's like skate walking, dancing. I don't know. You have to see the entrance. It's really bad. This guy is horrible in the ring. And this guy just pisses me off. He's annoying. And he's facing Trick Williams, a former NXT champion, in a Bull match. Okay. In a Bull match. And the thing with this Bull match, you have to pin your opponent. This is not one of those matches where you have to tap the 4 corners in succession to win. You actually have to pin your opponent in this match. So we win by pinfall submissions, all that typical stuff to win this match. So it's not like the old Bull matches where you have to touch the turnbuckles, the top of the turnbuckles. Strange as fuck, I know. And this is Trick Williams. This is obviously a bit of a set. To me, this sounds like a send-up for Trick Williams in NXT because he's definitely past the expiring point of NXT. Like, what's there to do with him except put people over, I guess, on his way out? First, he loses the title to Obafemi. He loses this match to Eddie Thorpe. where Eddie Thorpe used the bull whip to kind of low blow trick, and then he hit him in the finishing move after 1, 2, 3. The upset. They call it the upset. Okay. The upset of the match.
Things to consider after the fact that you got Vladdy locked up, and clearly they have not done that yet. I just think, again, we talked about it last time, everything comes down to the wire with Vladdy. Why? Is it a Vlad thing? Is it him and the imposed deadlines and the way that he likes to work? Or the Blue Jays just like push this to the side too much and back someone to the corner or not give up as much as they probably should or will until the last possible?
Okay, I think I'm back now. Sorry. All right. All right. Next, we got the title match, the men's title match, Obafemi, the triple threat match against Uptown Down Under, which featured Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, and they're a tag team. In this match, technically, they're supposed to be against each other, right? Because this is a triple threat match for the NXT title. Okay. Right? And they're against NXT champion Obafemi, who just recently became champion as of last month. Okay? As of last month. This match was good. Most of the time, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory were teaming up against Obafemi because Obafemi is a beast. He's a monster. He's a big man, a beast. And he's the guy they have, he's the current champion in the match, but he's the biggest threat there because of his size. Unfortunately, the two, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, could not. One of them could not defeat Obafemi. Obafemi retains the NXT title as expected, and once again, that group of misfits, that group of misfits. I don't know who they are. They don't have a name or anything. They came in and they beat the shit out of Obafemi after Obafemi defended the title, and they stood tall, taking out the NXT champion. Maybe we'll get something on them this Tuesday. I think we'll find out who the leader is because I do think they have a leader. Those four, I don't think anybody in those four that attack is a leader. I do think they have a leader. Somebody in NXT who's going to be a leader. I think they should plant seeds and hints for that. It's just somebody established on the roster who should be seeded as the leader. They just plant the seeds on who the leader is of that group. Okay. Who can it be? Definitely not Eddie Thorpe. Definitely not Eddie Thorpe. Boring Eddie Thorpe. And the main event was the Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Women's title. Okay, guys? NXT Women's title. Fatal 4-Way. We had the defending champion Julia taking on Bayley. Yeah, Bayley. Who managed to make it after appearing in the NBA All-Star Celebrity Game the night before, which I watched a little bit before the SmackDown, and I had no idea who these celebrities were in that game. Most of the celebrities in that game, I'm like, I never heard of this person. That's the thing about the NBA now. They don't get well-known celebrities anymore for a celebrity game. No wonder the NBA All-Star Weekend is a joke now, huh? But yeah, she made it for the title match. And then we got the former champion Roxanne Perez, who is going to be wrestling tonight on Raw. Right, Roxanne Perez. And her friend or former friend Cora Jade in a fatal four-way match. So this is up to stakes, right? Julia does not have to get pinned to lose the title. She has a 25% chance of retaining, right? Because it's a fatal four-way, and she has a 25% chance of retaining, a 75% chance of losing. But if she loses here, she's buried. But that's not the case. She retains. She finishes off Roxanne Perez, and she retains the title. After celebrating the title, you hear Stephanie Valkyrie's music hit. Okay? Stephanie Valkyrie music hits, and she walks out to the ring. She raises the NXT North American Championship. I'm going to talk about next. And the NXT North American Championship, right next to Julia raising the NXT Women's Championship. And all of a sudden you hear Jordynne Grace's music hit, who's officially part of NXT, and she walks down the ring, stares down both Stephanie Valkyrie and Julia at the end of the show. Now we got also Jordynne Grace. Yeah, they called her a juggernaut, or that's what that's what Vic Joseph called her as soon as she walked out. Now we got this NXT Women's roster is getting more stacked. Obviously, they're gonna lose Roxanne Perez, but it's getting stacked. And we'll see what Jordynne Grace created a buzz. Definitely a buzz of Jordynne Grace's arrival. I make fun of Jordynne Grace sometimes. I don't worry, Red. We got lots of time before Raw, man. Don't worry. We're gonna get to Grand Slam. And I have a rant on AEW. Not because of the quality of Grand Slam. Grand Slam was fine, but what you told me in DMs, in which I agreed with you. Okay. Okay. But Jordynne Grace now, who is she going to go after? Is she just there to make a statement? Is she going to go after? Is she going to go right after the top, or are they going to build her up, and then we're definitely get Julia versus Jordynne Grace down the line? I'm sure NXT is going to do Stand and Deliver WrestleMania weekend. Is she going to go after Stephanie Valkyrie? We'll see. They're probably going to showcase her in a match against some mid-card woman. Maybe someone like Cora Jade, Fallen Henry. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, by the way, my John Campion video is starting to pick up, man. On my main channel. Yeah, man. Okay. All right. But let's NXT Vengeance. Right? It was starting early. It started earlier than usual. And then after Vengeance, I had to wait a while because I was confused about this. AEW Grand Slam. I did not know AEW Grand Slam was basically an episode of Collision. I did not know they were going to show AEW Grand Slam was Collision. Was basically Collision. Australia was Collision. And I had to wait to 10 o'clock, 10:30 to watch Collision. AEW Grand Slam Collision. I had to wait to 10:30. Okay? So I had to wait about 2.5 hours after Vengeance ended for AEW. And the thing is, I thought AEW Grand Slam was going to be treated like a premium live event. I thought they built it up as a premium live event, not as a special card show. I thought they were building it up like a premium live event, like they were trying to make it sound like a premium live event or something like that. That's what I thought that was the intention with this show. Yes, Then I saw the card for this show beforehand, and I'm like, yeah, this doesn't sound like an AEW Premium Live event because AEW PLEs, pay-per-views, usually have like 10 to like 12 to 13 matches on the card, and this only had about 5 or 6, right, in a 2-hour span. But it still felt like mostly PLE because WWE does PLEs about 5 or 6 matches on the card, and you do about 2.5 hours or 3 hours. So I figure, AEW could do that. AEW could do that. Just make the matches longer. That's all. Like they have in the past. Because the one criticism they took in the past is that the criticism they had in the past was that their matches were sometimes too long, and then recently, maybe a year or two, they started to shorten the matches, right? The one criticism people had about AEW is that AEW was the PLEs are too long. But I thought this was building a PLE, but it was actually it's just basically an episode of Collision. Because it didn't call it Collision, but it was Collision, okay? It was Collision. It was shown on Collision for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, okay? And God damn, I really love this tag team. This tag team, look, I don't talk AEW as much on here, but I'm going to try to talk it more because, Finbar doesn't really like to talk about much. But Finbar will be away for a while, so I'm going to talk about more on here. Okay? But I really do like this team of Omega and Ospreay, 2 of the best in the world. I like them both, man. I love them both. Taking on Takasha and Kyle Fletcher. The Callis family, Don Callis' family. Okay? That show kicked off Grand Slam. Okay? Kyle Fletcher's actually from Australia, I believe. That's his home country. Okay? Oh man, like Omega and Ospreay. I was there at AEW Forbidden Door in 2023 when they were feuding for the New Japan US title. That incredible match. That was a fucking incredible match with Omega versus Ospreay. Now we're seeing them aligning with each other. Yeah, I know, Red. It's horrible. Here we don't get it on Max here, but like, I was like, we get it on the Canadian version of the USA Network. We get it here. It was like bullshit, man. It was bullshit. But I love this team of Omega and Ospreay, 2 of the best. I love this team. And this match showed how great the talent. Oh my god. The finishing move. One wing angel with the what's the Ospreay's move with the forearm? With the forearm? The finish to get the win? Fuck man. Yeah, man, that was a great match. Oh man. I miss seeing Omega. I miss seeing Omega. I seriously do in the ring, man. And Omega. So I'll fast forward a bit. So later on in the show, they go backstage. Omega challenged Takasha to a match at AEW Revolution. So this is going to be like one of they're going back to that because Takasha has beaten Omega twice in a row. Actually, Takasha has beaten Omega twice in 1 week. Now this goes back all the way to 2023, last year 2023. Not Forbidden Door, all in and all out, right? Takasha got the wins over Omega. Obviously, they couldn't continue with him because Omega, fortunately, had diverges, whatever, right? And he was out for 1.5 years. He just came back recently. And they're going back to that because Omega still has issues with Takasha and the Don Callis family. And they're going to solve their issues at Revolution, the next live event. Omega Okada, they're saving that. They're saving Omega Okada for a bigger premium live event, pay-per-view. One Wing Angel, the Hidden Blade, yeah. Okay. And so I like Takasha, man. I like Takasha. I think this guy, if he was in, I think this guy was in New Japan, he'd be New Japan champion, Takasha. um, but yeah, Revolution. It's March. March. What's new AEW Revolution? March something. Revolution is March 9th. So a week after Elimination Chamber, and so far we kind of have Matt. Oh, I don't want to fucking see this. Big Boom AJ. Oh my god. The Big Boom AJ from the Costco guys is wrestling on AEW Revolution. Oh yeah, and this is great. We're gonna get a cage match between Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher. Now, athleticism these two could do in that match, it's gonna be off the charts. Yeah, we're getting a cage match. Awesome. Takasha versus Omega. It's for the AEW International Championship. And John Moxley. Okay, well, we'll get to that. We'll get to John Moxley. Well, the next match, I'm sorry. I know people love Hardy Cameron. I don't know if you do, Red. I don't see the appeal of Hardy Cameron. Okay? I think she's a comedy act. I think she's a Tino Marella, R-Truth of AEW. And her whole time in AEW, she's only won one match, which is recently, and she really gets a title shot against Sasha Banks or Mercedes Moné. Now, whether you think Mercedes Moné has been a bit of a flop in AEW, if you think, it's still fucking Mercedes Moné, and she won multiple accolades, titles around the world in different companies, and Hardy Cameron is just, to me, I'm not a fan of this. Hardy Cameron, she tried to be funny in this match. She tried to get under Mercedes Moné's skin. But Mercedes Moné is not having any of it. She won. She retained the TBS championship. Okay? Yeah, Hardy Cameron fans, come at me, bro. Come at me, Hardy Cameron fans. I dare you to. I dare you guys. Okay? Okay? You can like her you want. No problem with that. You're allowed to like her and dislike who you want. Just me, I'm just not a fan. Okay? Alright? Next we had the Death Riders. The Death Riders. John Moxley and Claudio. They took on Cope. Look, I understand. Adam Copeland chose that. Chose that name. I understand Adam Copeland chose that name, Cope, but it's not a good name. Can you imagine your new AEW World Champion, Cope? This is This sounds better. This sounds better. Your new AEW World Champion, the Rated R Superstar, Adam Copeland. Doesn't that sound better than your new World Champion, your Rated R Superstar, Cope? You know what? He should team with Christian, and Christian should change his name to Seeds. How about they should call the tag team Cope and Seeds? There, Cope and Seeds. I don't like that name. Okay, I think, and a lot of people don't like that name. Cope is not a good name. I know it's his first four letters of his last name. That's obvious. Why? but it's not good. Adam Copeland's a perfectly fine name. Perfectly fine name. Okay? In my opinion. Alright? But he took so him and Jay White, man, seeing Jay White as a babyface, it's really, really new to me because the way Jay White as a character, as a wrestler, he's not very babyface like, right? It's just like it gives me like, can you trust this guy? But I like Jay White. I've always been a fan of Jay White, especially as a heel character. But I like in his face Jay White too. Okay, so they took on so they took on John Moxley and Claudio Death Riders, and it was a brawl, British ball, no rules, right? No rules, no DQ, and it was a hard fought match. They beat the crap out of each other, but in the end, the Death Riders got the win. John Moxley couldn't survive the submission move, the submission John Moxley had on Copeland. Copeland, he did not tap, but he kind of passed out. So the Death Riders got the one up on Copeland and Jay White, but we know he was a face. You're right. You're right. He was a face. I remember. Yeah, you're right. But now we know. So Adam Copeland and John Moxley for the AEW World Title at Revolution. And is that a special kind of match? Or is it a singles match? Is that a special match? Revolution. I always feel like in a John Moxley match, there's always some kind of stipulation involved. No, it's still a singles match, but I feel like that's gonna change. It'll still be a singles match, but it's gonna have like they're gonna add something to it, a stipulation. Because this is Moxley, man. There's gonna be blood. I'll just say it. There's gonna be blood in this match. If you in the upcoming match. Okay. And then we got Okada versus Murphy. Buddy Matthews. Buddy Murphy, that's his former name. Buddy Murphy. Buddy Matthews for the AEW Cup Championship. Oh, good match. Really good match. Buddy Murphy has always been seen as underrated in WWE. And Okada's Okada. Right? It's just fucking Okada. Okada's Okada. Like, it's enough said. Even though, in my opinion, I sometimes find him a little boring, but I can't deny he's that fluid in the ring. Yeah, he doesn't do any crazy special moves. It's just that the normal moves he does in the ring, he just makes it look so effortless. Like that's Okada. And then we got Red's ex Crush, Mariah May, taking on Toni Storm for the AEW World Championship. Thomas Toni Storm versus Red's ex girl, Mariah May. This is a blood feud, right? Mariah May is the one that turned on Thomas Toni Storm, made her bleed. Oh, lick the blood off of her freaking face too. Then Mariah May took the AEW World title women's title from Toni Storm at Wembley, and Toni Storm went away for a while. She came back as supposedly as her old character, the regular Toni Storm, the rock and roll chick version of Toni Storm. But that was apparently a ploy to get under Mariah May's skin, and Thomas Toni Storm was just acting the whole time, and she got a rematch. And Toni Storm is from Australia, her hometown, I believe. She's from Auckland, New Zealand. Well, she's from New Zealand. I guess the continent. The continent of Australia, guys. Okay, the continent. Okay. And man, expected that there'd be a title change here. I did not think there would not be a title change. I knew Tony Storm would get revenge on Mariah May becoming the women's champion once again. Fourth time too. This is the fourth time becoming the AEW Women's Champion. Fourth time. Yeah. No other woman. I don't know. I think Shida, Hikaru Shida, is the only other one that has it 3 times. Held it 3 times. She might be the only one. Okay. That was AEW Grand Slam. Okay. Good show. Just the way they built it up, I don't agree with. The way they presented, I don't agree with. Even though the show overall was solid. In my opinion. Okay. Now speaking of AEW, couple big releases and expiring. Aleister Black or Malachi Black officially not part of AEW anymore. His contract expired, and now he's free agent to sign anywhere he wants back. Anywhere. Now, Malachi Black free to sign anywhere. Technically, he could go to AEW, but I don't think so. I think it's likely he does go to. Most likely, he does go back to WWE. I mean, Zelina's there, right? His wife is still in WWE. And they've been, a married couple for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years while working in different companies. But I still think he might go to WWE, back to WWE as his Aleister Black character. And this time with Vince out of the picture in creative and with Triple H. Because Triple H in NXT did a great job with presenting and the presentation of Malachi Black. Or Aleister Black, as he was in NXT WWE. Vince had no clue how to use, no clue how to use him on the main roster. But with Triple H there, with Triple H now in charge of creative, I think you have a better run in WWE with Triple H running creative than Vince doing creative. I think he'd be well used better situations. I think there's a lot of stuff you could do with them. Make him that supernatural / like cult character. And I mean, look, you could have a feud with the Riot Six, guys. All right, I think it'd be one hell of a. I think under Triple H's tutelage, under Triple H's creative, the presentation of Aleister Black, and the use of Aleister Black will be better utilized under Triple H than whatever Vince McMahon. I love the May Storm match too. May Storm, that's funny though. That's a funny. Okay. You think he returns to NXT? He could. Well, Rusev. Rusev is hard. Rusev is hard. Because Rusev was a Vince guy, and then Vince kind of soured on Rusev over the years. But I do think under Triple H, Rusev would be a monster, and not him as a joke. And because Rusev is full of charisma and personality. Obviously, they won't bring Lana back because him and Lana are divorced. CJ Perry and Rusev are not together anymore. That you know, if you guys don't know that, wrestling fans, if you don't know that, Rusev and Lana are not married anymore; they're divorced. Rusev is good on his. Actually, he's fine on his own. Like I guess like see him back in maybe WWE. Funny thing is, our three wrestlers from last week that have been released or contract expired, I can see WWE. Now, I did not mention the third wrestler yet. I mentioned Rusev and Alistar / Malachi. I did not mention the third wrestler, but I'm going to mention the third wrestler. Ricky Starks. Well, Ricky Starks, as soon as his contract expired, he signed WWE. He made an appearance on NXT last week. Now, he did not refer to him as Ricky Starks. Refer himself as Ricky Starks. I wonder if that's because they want to give him a name. Their own name. We're going to find out more about Ricky Stark's appearance in NXT tomorrow when he signs the imaginary contract, the fake contract, to signing with NXT. Okay? But this is like one of the biggest surprises, shockings. We knew we knew Ricky Starks was most likely going to WWE, right? We figured once he's done with AEW, he's going to go to NXT. But I don't think any of this ones expected to be this quick, like right away after the reports of him he left, like this quick. And I think Ricky Starks will be huge in NXT. Definitely underutilized in AEW. He was utilized very well, but then he definitely got underutilized in NXT and later on in AEW. And we'll see. Well, I think it'll be better off at NXT. I mean, NXT is going to lose some main roster guys. I think Trick Williams is going up. Okay. The thing is, I think Ricky Starks should not do the dab. I don't like the dab. Honestly, I don't think he should do the dab. But I don't know. Like he hasn't specifically said. He said he's the absolute superstar. He's here at NXT. He didn't really say his name. He did not say his name. I'm curious if there's a reason why. Like they're gonna build out. They're gonna use a story reason why. But I wonder if for WWE likes to sometimes give names to wrestlers because AEW does not do that, right? AEW does not come up with a name for wrestlers. Every wrestler in AEW comes up with their own name, right? Own name, right? And WWE is like that. Yeah, in WWE, they let some wrestlers use their actual real name, but they also let some wrestlers pick a couple names, right? To me, AEW doesn't do that. If this is your name on the independent scene, that's your name in AEW. Okay? NXT doesn't do that. We'll see. We'll see tomorrow on NXT. The story with the name situation with Ricky Starks. Okay? Just keep on the lookout, guys. You think so? You think so, Red Buddy? All right. All right, so we move on. All right, this is actually a pretty long stream. Usually longer than expected. Well, actually, it's been 45 minutes, and we still about got like half an hour to go to Raw. Okay. Finally, we got our Royal Rumble winners for the women's and men's. Finally, have made their decisions on who they're going to face at WrestleMania this year. So we'll start off with Raw. We'll start off with Raw, guys. Okay. We'll start off with Raw, buddies, guys. Jey Uso opened up the show Raw, right? Doing all his usual stick, the yeet coming through the crowd, the raising the arms, yeet stuff. Going on the announce table to do the yeet. All of a sudden, Gunther comes out of nowhere, slips Jey Uso, beats the living crap out of Jey Uso, brings him in the ring, beats the living crap, decides to leave the ring, as security came in. Jey Uso takes the mic as he was, struggling, beaten, takes the mic. Hey, Gunther, I choose you at WrestleMania. So that Jey Uso chooses Gunther, and Gunther comes back. Jey Uso manages to get up and fly through the ropes. Suicide dives through the ropes with the Gunther, and they start brawling again. And so Jey Uso will challenge Gunther at WrestleMania for the title from Raw, the Raw one. So that leaves that the Elimination Chamber means. So what that means for Elimination Chamber is that whoever wins the men's Elimination Chamber is going to challenge Cody Rhodes now at WrestleMania, and that leaves John Cena, right? John Cena, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, and I think Logan Paul. Let me see who else. Qualify for the men's. All right. Yeah, and Damian Priest. Yeah, Damian Priest is also qualified. So that's a stack so far. So there's six participants, but only five. But John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, and Damian Priest. That's fucking stacked, men's, eh? Like, you can't go wrong with either one. Obviously, Damian Priest, to me, Damian Priest and Logan Paul are not going to win it. Like, I'll take those two. They're the most likely candidates that you take out of the equation and win it. Okay? But, so whoever wins that Elimination Chamber gets to challenge Cody Rhodes for his title at WrestleMania. And for the women's, Charlotte Flair, after Tiffany Stratton successfully retained her title against Nia Jax, with interference got involved. Candice LeRae got involved, and Trish Stratus, who happened to be in the show, got involved, tried to help out, try to help Tiffany by trying to stop Candice LeRae and Nia from continuing their beatdown, but they beat her down. They beat Trish down. Okay. They beat her down. Charlotte music hits. She starts walking slowly to the ring, and down Tiffany Stratton on the ground, right? On the mat. And she taunts. She takes a steel chair and she taunts Tiffany. She's like, "Oh, Tiffy, wake up. Wake if you can hear me. It's Tiffy time. It's Tiffy time." And then I choose you. So Charlotte has chosen Tiffany Stratton to be her opponent at WrestleMania. That leaving the women's Elimination Chamber match to Rhea Ripley. Now, the thing with Rhea Ripley, after Elimination Chamber, she may not be defending her title at WrestleMania because she has a title match against Io Sky on the Raw after the Elimination Chamber. But getting back to the Elimination Chamber, the woman who's qualified, who could challenge Rhea Ripley or whoever is the champion at WrestleMania. Okay? And we got Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, and Naomi, and one more to go. And that's tonight. Tonight we're going to determine the sixth and final competitor for the women's Elimination Chamber match. And it's going to feature her first official match on Raw. Cobb. Looks like a Cobb for sure. Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez is going to be a Raw, and she could head to the Elimination Chamber. Unfortunately, her opponent is Raquel Rodriguez, the bodyguard to Liv Morgan. Okay? So between Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, we're fighting again our sixth and final women's participant for Elimination Chamber. And whoever wins that will face whether it's Rhea Ripley or Io Sky at WrestleMania, depending on Monday next week. Okay? Also, bit of an update on the Jade Cargill situation. Nick Aldis brought in Naomi and Bianca Belair into the back. He said he had kind of videotape on security camera videotape on where Jade Cargill was taken out and who was in the parking lot. They showed Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan, and they still automatically assume it was Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan, but Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan were just walking. But they weren't even. But they were walking, but a distance far away from where Jade Cargill was taken out. But they just assumed it was them. That's why I think it's not them, right? It's a red herring. It's a misdirect. I don't think it is them, right? I don't think it is Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. I think it's one of them, whether it's Bianca Belair or Jade Cargill. Or not, right? So, right? That's what I think, guys. What do you guys think? Tell me. Okay. Oh, Red, wake up! I'm kidding, man, buddy. Okay. I'm kidding, buddy. All right. We got about 25 minutes to Raw. Okay. 25 minutes is one of my longest, 53 minutes, not one of my longest stream. I wonder if this. Let me see something. Since we got John Cena, well, John Cena technically is not. So there'll be a SmackDown. John Cena technically is not a Raw or SmackDown superstar, but we got 3 Raw superstars in the men's elimination chamber: CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul. So I expect the final elimination chamber participant for the men's will be a SmackDown superstar that's coming up Friday, and. It's not Jacob Fatu, right? It's not Jacob Fatu because we saw Jacob Fatu lose the triple threat match to Drew, right? And Braun Strowman. And we saw Jacob Fatu confront a returning Solo Sikoa backstage. So Solo Sikoa apologized, explained his reasoning why he walked out. And why he feels sorry, why he was sorry for walking out, and says he still loves Jacob Fatu. Solo Sikoa came into the triple threat match because there's no DQs in the triple threat match and tried to help Jacob Fatu win the match, right? So Jacob Fatu can have an opportunity to be in a limited chamber match, so he can have an opportunity to main event WrestleMania for one of the main titles, right? Fortunately, that got foiled. Cody Rhodes came out to derail that plan And obviously that's when Jimmy Priest got the win. But what do you guys think is going to happen with Solo and Jacob Fatu? Do you think they're going to face each other at WrestleMania? Red, I don't know if you're there, buddy. Shit. You think they're going to face each other at WrestleMania, guys? Like, is who's going to turn who? Who's going to be the heel and who's going to be the face? Because Solo as a face, I don't think will get very far. Jacob Fatu as a face, you got megastar right there. Huge star. Almost to the level of Roman Reigns. I'm telling you. Solo, I don't think Solo has that. I don't think Solo has that potential like Jacob Fatu does. Jacob Fatu has all the potential, all the, not the hype, but all the potential, all the, everything. I think Jacob Fatu is next in line in that dynasty, that Samoan dynasty, that family, to be a huge megastar. Behind Jey Uso, because Jey Uso's right there right now, right? He is right there, but definitely he's up there. Like, I think he is that guy. I don't think Solo is, because I don't see. To me, Solo does not have the charisma and the personality to be that guy, where Jacob Fatu does, and Jacob Fatu the skills this guy could do in the ring, the moves for 200 to a 280 to a 300-pound man could do the move. It could do in the ring. The way he moves, the way he could hop on the rope, jump over the turnbuckles. This guy's fucking athletic for a 300 man. This guy's a beast, and the way he could talk to his mannerism, his gestures, his attitude. This guy is a face. Eventually, as a face, he's gonna be a huge fucking star. Okay. Huge fucking star. I'm saying it. I'm not exaggerating on that, guys. I'm not exaggerating. And I think a lot of people agree with me. You watch. Watch, guys. All right, Ray, that's good, man. It's good. But all right, we got 20 minutes left to Raw. Okay, let's check on updates on Raw. Oh yeah, the WWE 2K25, the roster was released today. No Julia on the main roster, let you know. And some wrestlers that have been released are still in the game. Let you know. Okay. 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 So Raw preview and a bit of a great announcement I'm gonna make. A very proud announcement I'm gonna make that you want to listen to. Red and people like that you want to listen to. Okay. Raw preview. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, it was a bad plane crash. Yeah. I heard no deaths, but there were injuries. All right. There were injuries. All right. So what we have for Raw tonight? All right. So there's going to be a singles match for the final spot in the Elimination Chamber match. So my mistake. It's not going to be a SmackDown competitor. It's going to be a singles match. Okay. Between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor tonight. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. Whoever wins will be the final participant in the Elimination Chamber match for Elimination Chamber in Toronto, March 1st. Whoever wins that Elimination Chamber match faces Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Okay? Right? So it's not a triple threat match like the last qualifying matches were. Except for John Cena. John Cena does not get to qualify. He just automatically goes, man. Okay? AJ Styles, who's now on Raw, AJ Styles has been moved to Raw, will face Dominic Mysterio in a one-on-one match. Ugh. Finally, I mentioned this before, but whoever wins this match will be the final participant in the women's Elimination Chamber match. Roxanne Perez makes her Raw singles debut, first match of Raw versus Raquel Rodriguez. And whoever wins that will go to Toronto in the Elimination Chamber, and whoever wins the Elimination Chamber women's match gets to face either Rhea Ripley or Io Sky at WrestleMania, because Rhea Ripley is going to defend the title against Io Sky at next week's Raw. And so just in case Io Sky wins, that match, the participants in the WrestleMania match will be changed, right? Will be changed. Here's the thing is, I don't think the title's going to change. I think it's still going to be Rhea Ripley, so I still think Rhea Ripley is going to defend her title at WrestleMania, not Io Sky. But you never know. Io Sky could win it, and then so that means whoever wins this in the women's Elimination Chamber match will face Io Sky at WrestleMania. But like I said, I don't think there's going to be a title change next week. Next Monday. No, not next Monday. Monday after the Elimination Chamber. Yeah. I forget. It's not next Monday. Rhea versus Io Sky. It's the Raw after Elimination Chamber. All right. And I probably will get WWE 25. I'm thinking about getting the Bloodline Edition. And if I get the fucking Bloodline Edition, I might stream it on here, guys. Might stream WWE 25 on here. Also, you can do online GM mode with a couple friends, up to 4 people. I want to do that, man. All right, bit of announcement. Positive announcement. I'm gonna wait for a few days, but it seems like I'm on the verge of hitting 3,000 hours because of my video from Friday, my Soul Sokoa and Jacob Fatu confrontation that hit 20,000 views. Thank you for everybody's liking it. I saw it, like it, and it got me 220 hours. And right now, I'm at 2,856 hours. So it hasn't added those hours yet, but once it does, I'll be at 3,000 hours later this week. Also, I obviously passed the 500 subs threshold. So later this week, I'll have 500 subs and possibly over 3,000 hours. My goal is to get to 1,000 subs, which I hope to get very soon, and 4,000 hours to be fully monetized. But since I'm close to getting 3,000 hours, and I'm way past the 500 sub threshold, I will be able to access super chats very soon, and group membership. Okay? And also, be on the lookout for the same shit today. Shorts to help me get to 1,000 subs, and videos, man. Hopefully I get some videos that hit. Some videos hit, some don't. It's a game of Russian roulette, but I'm hoping to get to 1,000 subs soon, and 4,000 hours very soon. Hopefully by WrestleMania season, I get to 1,000 subs. I'm only 105 away, so if you know anybody on YouTube or wherever that likes wrestling, tell them to check out my channel and sub to me, please. I'm only Only 105 subs away from 1,000. Okay? The hours I could get. So thank you guys. So be on the lookout for all that, guys. All right? And I'm going to try to do another wrestling stream later this week. Okay? All right? So we got 13 minutes. I'm going to go eat dessert now, okay? Because I haven't had dessert after dinner. I'm going to go eat dessert. So I'll make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment below. And I'll see you again possibly Friday and talk about more wrestling stuff, guys. And you know what? I'll maybe invite Reddit, man.